Hi everybody, I just pressed F11 on my keyboard. I hope that doesn't do anything in Company Heroes 2 because we're watching a game of Company Heroes 2. Go figure. It's Moron Park, single doge. You may recognize from my previous shoutcast if you're watching this on YouTube, or my previous shoutcast if you're watching this on Twitch, which is where it's being simultaneously broadcast live. We're watching a live game being played. You can always join me on Twitch at twitch.tv/TychoCelchuuu, and I guess I should pump my YouTube channel for people who haven't seen me on YouTube. I have one of those. You can Google it. I think there's a link under my Twitch channel, and there's also a link to my Twitch channel under the YouTube video. It's funny how that works. Playing as the Osshair, so that's a different faction than last time. So I know Single Doge is ranked 47th with OKW, but I don't know what Single Doge is ranked with Osshair. And playing against the British, Leon. Look, it's an MG42 first. So, slight spoilers for last game. Hopefully the MG42 has better luck than the MG34 had. And we have Special Weapons Regiment picked right off the bat, even though the only thing that you get, the earliest thing that you get, is at 2 CPs. That's some real chutzpah. What's this? Grenadier Rifle, Heavy Machine Gun Experience, Increased Range Panzerfaust. This, I think, is the best bulletin of the game. Increased Panzerfaust range. Because you know, a lot of the Fausts happen at max range, so why not bump up the max range by a bit? 7's almost 10, and 10 is almost 100. That's math. Both players heading to the north, so we're going to have a real fight on our hands. Tommy's making around the corner, having spotted the MG42, I believe, so this is a chance for the British to get a flank going. Instead, they're getting a cutoff going, which is like a flank but worse in this situation, I think, because now you're getting suppressed by the MG, and it's not working. You're killing some pioneers, but that's kind of small potatoes. And the pioneers are actually stopping the... Whoa, Jesus, they died. Okay, I take it back. I take everything back. The pioneers gave their lives trying to stop the cutoff, which is very brave, but foolish. And this is bad news now for the Germans. At least they managed to hurt a Tommy squad slightly. I shouldn't say slightly. That's 50% of its health. If someone chops off one of your arms, it's not like you've been slightly hurt. You've been half hurt. I guess your arm isn't half your body. If somebody chops half your body off, you haven't been slightly hurt. Is your health part like your body? I don't know. What's the German building? A mortar. MG Grenadier Mortar. It's a build order. Ruzi says, what? You're dead at that point. Not with modern medical technology. We routinely save people with less than half their body, I think. I may not be right about this. I'm somewhat under-informed about medical technology. But I don't know about a mortar. I'm interested to see how it works out for the German. What kind of doctrines do we got? Pretty straightforward stuff. Looks like we're not going to see Austrippen spam, so could be Assault Grens. Could be Austrippen spam. Why does this doctrine get Austrippens at 3 CPs and this one gets it at 0 CPs? Are they the same Austrippen? This is stuff I should know. How's the mortar doing? Well, it's got a tiny bit of it. That's exciting.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
I guess GRW stands for Granatenwerfer. Didn't know that, but now I know it. That means grenade thrower. Because I sprechen Sie Deutsch. Or sprechen Deutsch, or something. I think sprechen Sie Deutsch means, do you speak German? If you ask it questioningly, like, sprechen Sie Deutsch? I know that because it was in the movie Stalag 17 by, I think, Billy Wilder, which is a pretty good movie. I would recommend Stalag 17 if you want to see a nice little World War II prison camp movie. And very happy MG42 is doing its job, protecting the mortar and packing up the moment it's no longer needed to try and defend that fuel point. Probably the mortar's now going to try and shuffle over to hit the fuel point, or is it not? Where is it? It's just bombarding the church, because maybe there's people in a church.
To additional battlefield options.
But there aren't. There's nobody in the church. Spoiler alert. We can tell, because there's no fog of war. What a strange game so far. So the British have managed to secure most of the map on the backs of the Tommies doing relatively good in fights and also wiping out the Pioneer and also the German going 2 weapon teams. But the German player is inflicting some losses. Ooh, we have a sniper coming out. So the British player has seen 2 weapon teams from the German and now a Pioneer squad, so we can tech up. I swear to God, we escalated to Battle Phase 1 already. Did I make that up? No, he picked a doctrine. The doctrine was picked. And that's what I heard. So yeah, a British player has correctly read that the German player has bought 2 weapon teams, and so they're like, I'll build a sniper. Sniper will be the reaction. The reply. Why pick this doctrine if you're not going to immediately pop counterattack tactics? Counter-tactics, for short. That's what all the pros call it. All the pros call it counter-tactics, because that's more short. What's going on? Machine gun, sniper. So there's no sniper to counter-snipe for the sniper, so it's fine revealing itself just shooting at some grenadiers. The British map control is evaporating a bit as these grenadiers spread out to the top of the map, but once this cutoff is reestablished, it's going to be more or less even. Very interesting that they're capping this point. I guess that's something to cap. Why not? And the sniper, let's hotkey the sniper. Let's name the sniper Charles. Ruzi says that IS bleed, or that is bleed. I don't know which one. And I bet he's gonna get 2 tank hunters. Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to know. We'll have to see what the German text do also. Man, what has been shooting, has the sniper been shooting the machine gun? Can he even hit him from the church? Can the sniper hit anything from the church? I feel like a sniper couldn't hit anything from the church because the sniper hopped out of the church. And the sniper really needs to fight. Whoa! Why would you shoot the retreating mortar? What kind of a choice is that? Shoot the machine gun, clearly. I guess the machine gun ends up retreating anyways, knowing there's a sniper there, but that was bizarre. If you shoot the machine gun, it's going to be out of commission for a long time. It has to reinforce 3 of its 4 members, where if you shoot the sniper, it just has to reinforce 1 of its members, and also, who cares if the sniper is out of the, geez, shut up, announcer. Who cares if the, mortar is out for a little while to reinforce? You want the machine gun out for a little while to reinforce. Infantry section manpower bleed, says Ruzi. Too long didn't write. Yeah, well, it's upkeep. It's not bleed, it's upkeep. Or is it bleed because the infantry sections have been getting shot and dying? I guess, I don't know. We have some on-map arty called in from the these people tossing their little thing, but there's nobody in the house, so, you know. There's about to be someone in the house. This would be a mistake. This is, whoop, it's definitely a mistake. Yeah, this is real close to, yeah. It's like, okay, I'm getting out of the house. And that was not a moment too soon. British still have real good map control. 29 fuel income versus 7, 52 munitions versus 11, and Charles is up to 5 kills, although he really has to pull back if these 3 charge. That'll be Charles is charged, and Charles is not in charge, because he'll be dead. No kills on the mortar. So mortar 3rd or whatever is not paying off at all, which I feel like I could have predicted, but I was a little scared to say that, because I was like, clearly single Doge knows something I don't. And the answer is no, a mortar was a bad pick, don't do that. Is there a mortar pit, says Ruzi? No. That's why, or do you mean in the game or on the map? There's no, whoa, that was a grenade. That was a, that wiped out the squad. It also took a guy from that squad. So there's a choice, and Ostrippen were called in response. I think these are different Ostrippen. No, they're the same Ostrippen. Has a 0 CP Ostrippen. And we do have some fucking tank hunters. Yeah, so no mortar pit, so I don't know why the German... Jesus, shut up. Why is he mortaring his own machine gun? Well, what else are you gonna mortar? There's not a lot of targets to shoot at. I don't think he's mortaring his own machine gun either, so... Gotta disagree with you on that. Charles still only 5 kills. Not a terrible amount of kills, but you maybe want more. I suppose it's better than the mortar, which is 0, and the machine gun, which is 4. Tank hunter is fucking up the cover, but not doing much else. Charles is here.
We're losing a capture point.
Boom. Well, that's something for the mortar to shoot at. I guess there's something to be said for having a tank hunter squad just chilling out in the church to eat mortars so that the rest of your people don't get shot. Are there 2 mortars? Yeah, there's 2. There's 2 mortars. One of them has 2 kills. Whoop, one of them has more than 2 kills now. It's got 5 kills. Jeez, 2 mortars. What is that? I have hiccups. It's a strat. Maybe 2 is the critical mass. It's looking like it. The mortars are actually now, like, actually doing it. Oh god, the hiccups. I need to stop them. I need to concentrate. Give me a moment. I think I stopped them. No, I didn't. Oh well. I'll just keep hiccuping. It's kind of fun to hiccup. I hope it's not annoying for you to listen to. The sniper is capping. Oh, almost at vet 1.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Interesting. Hoof. Was that... Does the sniper pop a smoke on the retreat? Oh god. It's the mortars. The mortars are smoking. Very strange. This is, this it? Oh god, why do I keep hiccuping? This has got to be German smoke, right? I don't know what the smoke was for. Drink some tea, my dude, says Ruzi. That, I don't think fixes hiccups, does it? Wow, I'm really hiccuping. When are we gonna see some Tekken? We got 100 plus fuel in the bank for each of these players, but no tech no tech choices. Ostrup Abound. They're not doing anything, but you can't really expect anything. They're just scouting for the mortars. Are they gonna... I thought they were gonna grenade the church, but it didn't happen. And the mortars are still falling. Chasing off those infantry. Oh boy, it's hiccups. I got it. I'm definitely gonna concentrate now. I swear I can cure them with the power of my mind. Ostrup forced out. Almost died.
We are losing a sector.
These are very dangerous mines. When there's 2 mortars on the field, you kind of don't want to be standing near your mine, because if a mortar shell goes wide and hits the mine, best case scenario, you just lose the mine. Worst case scenario, it also takes out your sniper. And planting a bunch of mines seems kind of risky. Creative name says it's Sage. Who's Sage? Is Leon Sage or is Single Doge Sage? Or is it some sort of joke? How many kills does Charles have? 10. That's alright. 11. Oh, he's gonna get mortared soon. Oh, why all the smoke? Why does the German keep smoking up the sniper? Is it to keep the sniper from firing? Is that really worth dropping some smoke? I don't know, I guess. These guys are in trouble. Oh, the mine just went off. That was a mine, right?
There's a rather splendid Cromwell ready to go.
There's a rather splendid Cromwell ready to go. So this is going to be bad for the Germans. They just haven't been teching at all. Yeah, no, we don't have any teching. We don't have any AT. Our sniper just took out a mortar. This guy's only got 3 kills. Leon is Sage. Cool. Good to know. And here's a tank. Oh boy, that's going to be the end for the machine gun, it looks like. Because he's going to have to pick it up. Yeah, he's dead. Oof. Oh, wow. That was a squad down, right? Oh, no, these 2 people are alive. I think. That's a lot of bodies, though. I don't think we lost an infantry section. Let's, This is the wrong player. We'll switch just for a moment. No infantry sections lost. Okay, good. That's what I figured. But close. 13-minute Cromwell, says Ruzi. Yeah, not bad. I don't know what it's doing down here, but I don't know why it's showing its back either. But that's how it goes. That's how it goes when you got pretty good map control. And we have a Puma out to counter the Cromwell. See how that goes. You need some reconnaissance, says the Puma. No, I need you to destroy an enemy tank. Good luck. Especially when there's a sniper out here on the field who can disable you. Hey, does anyone remember that infantry section tossing a grenade a while ago that took out like a grenadier squad? Those was good times. Mortars falling on the Pioneers, which is maybe a mistake. But the Pioneers don't mind. They're just chilling out. This is amazing. That one landed directly on them and it didn't do anything. Friendly fire, I guess, not exactly turned up to maximum, if you know what I mean. All the Moron Park guys play the same strats. Cool. It's nice to see some character in a clan that they all share the same DNA. Are we gonna get a Faust coming on this so that Puma can try and do some damage? I don't know. Seems like not worth it. I think at this point the German player just needs to be, I don't know, give up or something. No, it's clearly not a lost game, but you need some AT. You really desperately need some AT right here. Also, I forgot there's a tank hunter squad here. This Puma just, there's no way. Its life expectancy, if it decides to fight, is going to be measurable in seconds. Whoop, this is bad news. The machine gun's a little clumped up because there's this corner of the building forcing them to be a little clumped. Luckily, the Chromo can't hit shit. Uh-oh, now the last two are clumped up. That means the Chromo may start really messing stuff, but the Puma scares it away. Don't hang out by the mine. Don't get too close. Man, these mortars have just been continually falling. The church is almost a mess. Almost a wreck. Ostrip is scaring off the sniper. How many more shells do you think it's going to take from the mortar to kill the church? Is the mortar even trying? Are the two mortars even trying, I think? I guess that one's retreating. There's a fucking... Why is the Puma not helping? It's set to attack vehicles. Both the mortars get pushed off, which is unfortunate because the church gets to survive. Do you think the Puma's going to shoot the church? That would be worth it. Just collapse the church and get yourself a squad. But nope, the Puma's on tank duty. Oh, here we go, here we go. Nope, it's just running away. Kill the machine gun. Kill the Vickers. This is your chance. This is your chance. How many kills does Charles have? 17. Not bad.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
So I don't know. The German player, despite not having any AT except the Puma, has done pretty well because the Puma managed to shoot the Cromwell for a while the Cromwell was busy trying to kill infantry. And here am I saying the Puma should be shooting infantry. But to be fair, that was when the Cromwell wasn't around. These guys are brave. Are they gonna check one of these things? What do you think? German or British player. Whoop! I called it. I don't know if the British player has the munitions to keep doing this, but this may grab a Vet 2 mortar team if the German player doesn't realize what's going on. Maybe don't walk into it though. This is not the place to stand. Okay, good. Out of there. So those were some airburst shells. That was kind of interesting, but the mortar's fine. So all it does is force a very short retreat and waste some of your precious munitions, which you could have spent on some cool stuff. And it does look pretty, I'll give it that. Oh man, Charles is taking out this machine gun. One guy left. That's going to be Vet 1 lost to the wind. Rather ineffective grenade right there. And... oh, the machine gun retreated, so Charles is good to go. Firing at the mortar. Pioneers take out the... or force off the infantry section. Didn't expect that to happen. And since when is that a stolen MG42? I guess it was never a Vickers. And finally we have a Panzer IV command tank as soon as the 9 CPs were hit. So that was the German plan all along. Probably should have seen that coming, but I don't actually know if it's a great plan, so maybe that's why I didn't see it coming. 2 kills on the mortar, 7 kills. Creative name says 45 muni for the heavy boom boom is cheap though. Yeah, certainly for what you pay you get a nice barrage, but I just mean in that one situation. Forcing the very short retreat on the mortar was maybe not excellent. Ostrippen are actually getting the job done because by keeping the infantry section here, they're letting the mortars pound them. And they're even getting some shots in. They made up to Vet 2. 40% accuracy, that's a lot of accuracy. Not enough to let them kill anything, but it's still a lot of accuracy. Ooh, and we have this thing, counterattack. Tactics popped. Cool. Here we go, here's a fight. command tank versus Cromwell. But the Puma's doing all the work. Oh, painful. Where's Charlie? Charles. He's down there. The MG will be fine. What is going on here? This is strange. The Cromwell is rightfully targeting the Puma. Feels like maybe it shot the command tank for one shot or something. I don't know. Maybe it hit both magically. I feel like sometimes that happens, even though it shouldn't. This machine gun may be in trouble. Vet 2, you don't want to lose. These infantry can just... Oh, it's dead. Well, this is getting close to GG if the German doesn't... well, smoke is helpful. But this is looking pretty bad, especially with these tank hunter infantry here, and Charles also. Uh-oh, this is a nice grenade. Not a grenade, the on-map party. German player does have to GTFO, but it looks like German player is fine. What determines whether the arty is airburst or not? Because last time it was airburst, this time it's not airburst. This is just random. Do they swap off one after the other? Do they switch out? Do they take turns? I don't know. Oh boy, if you can get a command shot in on those repair... Well, too late. But if this could have shot those repairing people, that could have maybe wiped out the Royal Engineers. I'm always just excited to see people get shot when they're repairing. I don't know why that's like a fetish of mine, but it is. Those Royal Engineers died, but that doesn't get me hard. It only gets me hard if they were repairing when they died. It's the only way I can get off anymore. You need Anvil Tech for Airburst as creative name, but that was Airburst earlier. We saw Airburst happening over here. Swear to God. Clip me on Twitch if you don't believe me. I guess you can't clip me, it's too old. Hey, there's two Pumas. Oh, are they gonna toss? Oh no, these guys don't have it. These guys don't have the artillery. They just have their own manly muscle. Oh boy, don't walk into two LMGs and a command tank. And two Pumas set to not shoot you. Oh look! Charles has decided to come into the mix with his 25 kills. He's going to plug away at the command tank and then almost get fucked up. He did get the parting shot to... Check for Anvil Tech if you don't believe me, says creative name. I don't know. I believe you that you need Anvil Tech for Airburst. It just probably means the British player has Anvil Tech. There's a fucking Airburst. You just saw that. Clip that shit if you don't believe me. Airburst. But it wasn't happening earlier. It seems like every... See, there's an airburst. Every other bombardment comes with an airburst. Anvil Tech... Airburst shells added to the coordinated fire ability, which are more effective against infantry and blind vehicles. Yeah, well, seems like it wasn't 100% time. Tubby CoH isn't technically fire the guns, it just spawns a bit boom. The first barrage airburst came first because the guns had to adjust for aim. It seemed like there weren't any airbursts in the second barrage, so I feel like the airburst is like on a separate cooldown or something. I don't know. Very strange, very strange. Puma's just bouncing off this thing, and we have another tank coming in soon. This could get really ugly for the Germans. They're penned in map control-wise. They still have the North Fuel, but not much else. The Pumas refuse to fire at infantry. They will not, they cannot, and they have not stooped to shoot infantry ever at all in this game. They cannot fucking be gotten out of bed for infantry, for anything smaller than a tank. And that's probably the right move, but it does pain me to see the Pumas not shooting all the infantry. Look at all these infantry. Oh, here comes a thing. Are we going to see any airburst? There were airbursts last time, so if it's on-off, then there probably won't be airburst. There's airburst, so now I don't know what the fuck. These guys are in trouble. And they just threw another thing. An AT grenade. Ooh, boy, those seem like very accurate shells, even though it was coincidence. How many kills does Charles have by now? 26. Okay, he had 25 last time I checked. Yeah, the Churchill is out, as Twitch chat is noting. Has this mine gone off? Oh, whoa, the mortar got wiped out, but Charles almost paid for it with his life. Yeah, so we do have a Churchill out. It's going to come up and fight the Pumas. The Pumas can technically penetrate. We see their health bar has been depleted, but I'm thinking it's going to look pretty bad for the Germans now. Are these guys going to try and Faust? It looks like they're trying to Faust, but it turns out there's no munitions. Oster doesn't have tier 2, says creative name. Yep. Oster lost the Pio early in the game, did rebuild the Pio not too long later to build a bunker, but never got around to building tier 2, which means no packs. Do we even have battle phase? Yeah, we do have battle phase escalation, but we don't have the pack building. So German player has been relying 100% on the Pumas for AT, and frankly, I think that's so insane that the British player just hasn't fully understood that there's been no AT aside from the Pumas the whole time. If the British player had understood this, I suspect these tanks would have been driving into the fucking German base like 20 years ago. I think the British player did get spooked because the Cromwell went down to half health in the first fight because the Puma was firing at it unopposed for a while, which was maybe not great tactics from the British player, but now we're finally getting some British armor being used to its full effect, wiping out the Panzer Command tank, the Panther, Panzer IV, not the Panther, just the Panzer IV, and the Pumas are real hurt. Sage is just toying with Doge, his creative name. That's possible. British player has this easily in hand, maybe, but we all know how quickly the tides can turn if one of the player's computers crashes. How many kills does Charles have? 29. Vet 3. What do you get at Vet 3? 100% damage. And 30% penetration. 30% reload is better, but I guess now Charles can take out Pumas. I want to see Charles 1v1 the two Pumas. I guess it's a 1v2. I want to see Charles 1v2 the Pumas, and I think he'd win. With the Pumas at the health bar they are right now, okay, German player quits, but with the Pumas at the health bar right now, if they both right-click this guy, do you think he could kill him first? Especially if he's using his critical shot, do you think? I think you probably could. Anyways, this mine never went off, and the lesson here is don't build 2 mortars. Or even 1, really.